Hello and welcome. My name is Tim Vaca. I'm the Director of Marketing and Communications at the Museum of Outdoor Arts, the host of the Design and Build competition, now in its sixth year. Today, I'd just like to go over a little background on the museum so you're familiar with who the organization is and what we do, and then get into this year's challenge and the competition itself. So Design and Build is a national art, architecture, and design competition, as I mentioned, now in its sixth year. The Museum of Outdoor Arts is located in Greenwood Village, Colorado, and was founded in 1981 by Cynthia Madden Leitner and her parents, John and Marjorie Madden. Um, we originally started with a very small collection of donated sculptures and now have over 85 outdoor sculptures and several indoor pieces in the collection now. The mission has always been to make art a part of everyday life. The museum's a synthesis of fine art, architecture, and landscape architecture. Cynthia's father, John, was a commercial real estate developer. This building here is right across the street from our sculpture park, Marjorie Park, which is one of the developments that John created in the 1980s. It's called Tuscany Plaza. And as you can see, there's a synthesis of fine art, architecture, and landscape architecture here. The museum also owns Fiddler's Green Amphitheater, which shares property with its sculpture park, Marjorie Park. Originally, it started as a earth sculpture by renowned landscape architect George Hargraves. It's later turned into a formal amphitheater, about 17,500 seats, and we host several concerts here every summer and fall with our partner Anschutz Entertainment Group. As I mentioned, the museum has a sculpture park at the property where Fiddler's Green is in Greenwood Village, Colorado. We display about 40 to 45 pieces of our collection there, and we have additional murals and things on the property. But altogether, we have about 85 different outdoor art pieces, and we also have several pieces that are part of our indoor art collection as well. So the museum has experimented on architectural projects in the past. One prominent example of this is with this prototype of our Element House project, which was constructed in 2012 at an earthwork in New Mexico called Star Axis by Charles Ross. Element House started as an exhibition at our former indoor galleries, and it was produced in collaboration with MOS Architects in New York. So we experiment with all kinds of different projects. So Design and Build is a program of the museum that's operated since 1991, and it includes various branches, including a summer internship program that's open to undergraduate students. That's more primarily visually or visual arts based. We do community outreach projects where students create temporary public art projects. We have a fellowship program and alumni opportunities as well. The competition launched in 2019 under the Design and Build program, and to date, thousands of students have participated in the various design and build programs we've had. Here's some examples of a few of the different projects that we've worked on through design and build, outreach, and summer internship programs. So as you can see, there's like a temporary public art component to this as well. The mission itself of design and build is motivating invention through collaborative creativity. And the key piece there is collaboration. So we really try to encourage collaboration in all of the design and build projects, including the competition itself. So now we'll get into the competition itself, and we'll start with a little video that kind of explains what the competition's all about.
Welcome to the Design and Build competition, a conceptual art and architecture competition that will help you develop critical thinking skills, gain real-world design experience, and build your portfolio. Right now, you're already on your path to completing your degree. It's time to prepare for what's next in your career, sharpen your collaboration skills, and see just how capable you really are. But is it even possible to gain professional experience while finishing your degree? Spoiler alert, yes it is. Picture this. You step 12 weeks into the future. and you've grown more confident in your design skills. You've improved your technical design process, and you feel proud of the work you've submitted and connected to the team of people you collaborated with to create it. Here's how the design and build competition works. Step 1, read the design brief. Step 2, form a team. Step 3, create a proposal with your teammates. That's right, you can gain real-world design experience without having to work alone or working on boring, uninspired academic projects. Bottom line, it's possible to flex your creativity while applying theoretical knowledge in a professional setting. Here's a sneak peek of what you'll experience by participating in the competition. You'll develop practical skills that translate to a career in design, grow your portfolio, showcase your work in front of a jury of esteemed professionals, and compete for cash prizes. So who's behind the competition? We're the Museum of Outdoor Arts, MOA, a private arts foundation that's been working to make art a part of everyday life for more than 40 years. Located in Denver, Colorado, MOA is a synthesis of fine art, architecture, and landscape architecture. Our design and build programs have provided an opportunity for thousands of emerging artists, students, and creative minds to express their creativity through collaborative art, architecture, and design projects. Pre-register now to participate in this year's design and build competition, and you'll get our support along the way. Don't let worries about teamwork or time hold you back. We'll give you a structure that will launch your collaborative skill set and give you a safe project to motivate invention through collaborative creativity. And the truth is, there's no failure in the design and build competition. It's all about creating lifelong connections through teamwork and becoming a part of a community of thousands of creative minds who've participated in design and build programs. And that's who the competition is really for. Undergraduate and graduate students like you who want to flex their creativity in design projects while building their portfolios and cultivating connections through collaboration. To start your competition journey, you don't have to have your team formed yet. You don't need to have a design idea yet. Just start by letting us know you're interested by pre-registering. And if you have any questions, reach out to us.
Hopefully that video did a better job at explaining the museum and the design and build program than I did. Um, so let's get into this year's competition. The theme every year, as you know, changes. This year, the theme Sacred Geometry, Platonic Solids, and we will be giving away $24,000 in cash prizes. Very exciting. So about this competition, the goal of the competition is to cultivate potential from emerging artists, architecture, engineering, and design students, and to allow creatives the space to conceptualize inventive ideas within a set of boundaries. Um, Competition garners an online repository of art, architecture, and design concepts. Competitions based on an annual theme, and cash prizes are awarded to the top 4 submissions. We have first place, second place, third place, and honorable mention. About the 2025 competition, it's open to all undergraduate and graduate students currently enrolled in a U.S. college or within 1 year of graduation. It provides learning opportunity for students to respond to RFPs or a competition brief and gives you experience with drawings, narrative, budget. Um, you can compete as a team or individually. We highly encourage collaboration, as I spoke on earlier. So if you have a classmate you would be interested in working with, that would be great. Um, Students will submit creative design-based solutions to the challenge that we provide, and then the top proposals are selected for finalist presentation. And then we've got the 4 tiers of prizes. We also have a competition archive website that the top 4 entries are placed on, so you can go back and look at the past few years winners. So let's talk a little bit about this theme. Sacred geometry has profoundly influenced architecture and design throughout history, serving as a foundation for the harmonious proportions and symbolic meaning in many iconic structures. Ancient cultures such as the Egyptians and Greeks, as seen here, employed sacred geometric principles like the golden ratio and the Fibonacci sequence in constructing temples, pyramids, and other monumental buildings. believing these patterns reflected the divine order of the universe. The intricate patterns of Islamic mosques, Gothic cathedrals, and Hindu temples also embody sacred geometry with shapes like circles, triangles, and spirals symbolizing unity, balance, and the infinite. This timeless approach continues to inspire modern architecture and design, connecting aesthetic beauty and spiritual resonance. Now, to elaborate further on the Platonic solids, Plato's Platonic solids are five perfect geometric shapes representing the fundamental elements of nature. They've deeply influenced art, architecture, and design throughout history. Revered for their symmetry and perfection, these solids inspired classical Greek architecture and Renaissance art, where they symbolized harmony and the cosmos' underlying order. Architects and designers have incorporated their forms into structures like domes, facades, and ornamental details to evoke balance and universal truth. In modern art, they've been reinterpreted to abstract sculptures and minimalist designs, demonstrating their timeless appeal and connection to both mathematical precision and creative expression. Sacred geometry and Plato's Platonic solids are intrinsically linked, with both embodying the mathematical principles and universal harmony that have shaped art, architecture, landscape architecture, and design throughout history. Sacred geometry's patterns, circles, spirals, and ratios, intertwine with the symmetry and elemental symbolism of the Platonic solids, inspiring the proportions of classical buildings, intricate mosaics, and sacred landscapes. From the symmetry of Gothic cathedrals to the geometric layouts of Renaissance gardens, these concepts foster a sense of balance and spiritual resonance. Together, they continue to influence contemporary design, blending aesthetic appeal with a profound connection to the natural and metaphysical worlds. So let's talk a little bit about the process of the challenge. First, what you want to do is download the competition brief from our website and read it thoroughly. It's several pages. If you have any questions, you'll likely get a lot of answers just from reading through that. Then you'll want to form a team. You can submit as an individual, but we obviously highly recommend collaboration. If you haven't pre-registered yet, it's okay. It's just a benefit that we can reach out to you throughout the process. If you would like to be added to the pre-registration list, just let me know. That has technically closed at this point in the competition, but we can still add you. Basically, we'll reach out with a few different communications throughout the process before the entries are due. You'll want to select one of the hypothetical sites. You'll create a concept design, and you can utilize architecture, landscape architecture, sculpture, installation, or other design solutions. And then new in 2025, we'll request that you create a physical scale model and document it. So you won't need to send us this model. Unless you are selected as a finalist, we may ask you to send that in. But for the purposes of the competition, at this point, you'll just document it photographically and include those images within your proposal. You'll want to utilize materials primarily native to your chosen site, and your budget should not, your hypothetical budget, I should say, should not exceed $500,000 and would assume land acquisition and permitting is already complete, so you wouldn't have to factor that in. Really just gives you a exercise in budgeting. And then you'll want to complete the design renderings and the narrative requirements. So this year we have five sites that you can select from. We focused on the sort of Western United States national parks. So you can select any of these national parks as a site, and really you have so much freedom to choose any site within one of those parks. So you can do a little research, be creative in selecting your site here. So then you'll have your proposal that you'll have to include. Carefully read the items to include in your proposal, which is in the design brief. This will really help you understand how to organize your proposal, and it really makes it easy for the jury to go through. For example, you'll want to submit your proposal as a single multi-page PDF file formatted in horizontal 11 by 17 tabloid. Consistency makes it easier for the jury to go through all the entries this way. Make sure you include all of the required sections, including the cover page, resumes and biographies, your site selection, project drawings, and project narratives. Please answer the narratives in question number order. That's very helpful. So if you follow these instructions, you'll be in really good shape. So the timeline for the competition opened in January. And right now, today's date is February 23rd. Um, and then you'll want to submit by April 19th, 11:59 Mountain Standard Time. The jury will then go through and select some finalists sometime in May, and then we will be in touch with finalists for final presentation, which is done remotely via video in sometime in May or June, and then the winners will be announced in July. So here is the prize structure. As I mentioned previously, we've got first, second, third, and honorable mention, with first place being $10,000, second place $7,500, third place $5,000, and honorable mention at $1,500. This prize is split evenly amongst all your team members. So for example, if you won first place and your team has two people, you would each receive $5,000. On our website, when you go to submit your final proposal, you'll click on the registration portal and just follow all the instructions in the template. And then you'll want to select your final proposal file and attach it here. So what the jury will be looking at is originality, artistic expression, collaboration, technical proficiency, professionalism, safety and site integration, whether or not you address the challenge, and your presentation quality. So that wraps it up for today's presentation. If you have any questions, we are here for you. Also, if there are instructors watching this, we're always happy to do a virtual visit to your classroom, or if you're in Colorado within the Denver metro area, we're happy to visit in person as well. So thank you all very much, and good luck. Follow us on social media. We'll keep running updates, and yeah, reach out with any questions. Thanks so much.